I mentioned in one of my videos about college how I speed ran the TV concentration. Here's how I did it. So, first of all, I decided at the tail end of junior year that I may as well go for that concentration because it was still technically possible. Now, this isn't really going to be applicable anymore because of Gen Ed replacing Central Liberal Arts Curriculum, or CLAC for short. So Gen Ed requires an internship of some form, and it better paces out the requirements rather than just being able to do whatever at whatever point. So what I did was I looked at what the classes I had to take and planned accordingly. So I was choosing fall semester classes at the tail end of my junior year of college. I selected the essentials because up to that point I'd gotten all the outside major stuff out of the way. See, that's one of the problems with college overall is they could probably cut the amount of time you're there in half if you only focus on what you're studying. It would also eliminate the problem of undecided, because if you're undecided, well, you're not going to know what you want to do, and you're going to end up squandering valuable time. But I digress. Anyway, I had that extra credit floating around. So what I did was I took a 2 credit course. No, I did the intern. I arranged the internship for 2 credits, and then I was able to take one less class in my final semester. So penultimate semester, I took the prerequisite for the capstone class, the other specific classes I had to take, and then eventually, oh yeah, and pretty much all the TV classes that I hadn't taken already. So I basically did that with the plan to save the rest of them for the final semester. So I went and did the internship over the summer to get those extra 2 credits and get the practical experience, really to get myself back into it because it didn't really change all that much from 2012, which was the last time I did anything like that with the studio set up in the form of my high school's version of it. And then after doing the internship and getting those extra 2 credits, I was able to, those extra 2 credits enabled me to do the bare minimum over the course of the final semester. Actually, it was kind of an effort to get to the 12 credit minimum on account of the fact that I really couldn't. I was able to get all the of what I needed, and then the rest of it was just, I don't know. I had to get 12 credits to qualify as a full-time student. Oh, and that was also, oh, the amount I needed to graduate. So I did that. I chose a one credit practicum for TV and two other one credit things I had to do to fill that. I had I took a class that I heard things about the teacher there not being the best, but I decided to give him a chance because I'm a nice guy. And of course, the capstone classes for both the concentration and the communication major overall. I made it work. I also got the privilege of only having classes 3 days a week because of that, because I chose most, because one of them was just Mondays, then the other two were, and the rest of them were all Tuesday and or Thursday, depending on the number of credits. I was very resourceful in that regard. Well, anyway, that I put my best foot forward, and then I graduated, and I did not have a job lined up related to it. That was the downfall of speed running the concentration. Also, going into college without a plan of any kind. Without a plan, I had nothing to show for it. I didn't have the experience over time to stand out or be able to get attention. Because think about it, who would you want on your side? Someone who's been doing the thing longer and well, or someone who hasn't been doing it as long, but even if they are doing it kind of well. That's the moral of the story right there. Things like that take time. You can't just speed run things like it's a video game. I already made the video about how life can be like a video game if you look at it like that. But unlike video games, there aren't any glitches that you need to wait for the developers to patch or anything like that. Sure, there might be opportune moments. Sure, there might be workarounds, but eventually you will end up, eventually you have to, there are in some ways, there are no shortcuts. You need to have spent more time on it. I should have spent more time on that and knew what I wanted to do going in. It's great that I pivoted. It's great that I was able to say I did a specific concentration, but doing without doing it over time compared to some of the other people in there who had been at it since earlier on. Yeah, that made it a lot harder to get a job like that. But you know what? Knowing that TV stations require working at night, and knowing now from having worked at the movie theater that I hate working at night, and also recognizing them as the fossils of media for what they really are, the outdated setup and all of that, because podcasts are all the rage. This, what I'm doing right now, more independent productions are the way it's going now. Yeah, I even got ejected from, I don't want to, no, I don't want to name them, but I even got rejected from what should have been pretty easy, comparatively speaking, compared to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. That's what. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, crash course in the courses I took that were related to it. Let's see. Senior year, I did the TV production course where the first half was learning the stuff, and then the second half was actually producing a segment. Then there's a broadcasting thing discussion class. Yeah, those are the two related to TV specifically that I can recall off the top of my head. Senior year, I took the directing class, and then, like I said, I did the practicum. So, on that note, I'm going to leave it here for the video. Comment down below what do you think about speed running things like that, whether you agree that doing things over time is better or not, or if you do happen to disagree on me with me that speed running it is actually better, I'd love to hear it. Give this video a like, subscribe for daily videos, and I will see you soon.